All right, this is page 317. This is part 2, and this video is just going to be the right-hand problems. On the last video, we did all the problems on the left column. Now we're going to do all the problems on the right column. Therefore, we're going to start on number 12. Number 12 reads, Dharmesh has a square garden with a perimeter of 132 feet. Is the area of the garden greater than 1,000 square feet? So this is a little bit tricky because they're introducing two different concepts in the same problem. We're talking about perimeter to start, and then later we ask a question about area. What I'm going to do is I'm going to start with the perimeter question, and I'm going to worry about this later. We'll worry about the area later. So we're going to start with Dharmesh has a square garden with a perimeter of 132 feet. Do you remember what perimeter means? Perimeter means that if you add up this side plus this side plus this side plus this side, that all four sides would add up to the perimeter. And this is a square, so what we know then is that all four side lengths are the same. Whatever this S is, it's the same 4 times. So what that means is that what we could actually do is, instead of doing side plus side plus side plus side, instead of doing that, we could actually just use the formula 4 times S is equal to what? Well, it's a total of 132 feet. Now how can we figure out what each S is? Well, we can do the opposite of 4 times S, and we could divide. If we divide by 4, we get 132 divided by 4. Each side is going to be, 4 goes into 13 3 times. 3 times 4 is 12. 4 goes into 12 3 times. 3 times 4 is 12. And the side is 33. And does that make sense? Well, I can check that real quick. 33 plus 33 plus 33 plus 33 is 132. Or 4 times 33 is 132. Perfect. So the first thing we did, I'm going to go ahead and record this. The first thing we did was we did the formula, or the equation. 4 times S is equal to 132. And S is equal to 33. Now we're switching concepts. Is the area of the garden greater than 1,000 square feet? Now, while we just talked about perimeter, we're now switching over to area, and area is found by doing length times width. And the length is 33, and the width is 33. So the area is going to be 33 times 33. And it's a yes or no question. Is it greater than 1,000 square feet? 3 times 3 is 9. 3 times 3 is 9. Put a 0 before I start multiplying in the tens place. 3 times 3 is 9. 3 times 3 is 9. I get 9. I get 18. I get 10. The area is 1,089 square feet. So the answer is yes. It is greater than 1,000 square feet. So that was a 2-part problem that actually was kind of tricky, but I helped you, so we got through it. Let us move on to number 13. Number 13 reads, Ingrid walked her dog and washed her car. The time she spent walking her dog was 1/4 the time it took her to wash her car. It took Ingrid 14 minutes to walk the dog. How long did it take Ingrid to wash the car? So let's go read that again, figure out our variable, and also figure out what the operation is. She did 2 things. She walked her dog and she washed her car. And what we do know is how long it took her to walk her dog. It took her 14 minutes to walk her dog. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to write equals 14. Now what does this mean right here? 1/4. And what are we looking for? We're looking for how long it took her to wash her car. So I'm going to use W for wash her car. And what does 1/4 mean? Well, some kids would think of that as times 1/4, but I know that when you find a fourth of something, you just divide by 4. So if we know that it took her 1/4 as long to walk her dog as to wash her car, then what the operation is the unknown, which is W, divided by 4 is equal to 14. That's the equation. Now how do we solve that? Well, the opposite of divide by 4 is to multiply by 4. So I put a 4 right here, and I put a 4 right here. And 4 times 14, according to my multiplication chart, is 56. And these 4's cancel, so all that's left is W. We think W is equal to 56. We can check that by going 56 divided by 4 is 14. So we know that's the answer. W equals 56. And it's how long did it take her to wash her car? So it's 56 minutes. It took Ingrid 56 minutes to wash her car. Okay, good job. Let's check out number 14. Number 14 is one of those types of problems where we have to make up something. And number 14 reads, represent real-world problems. It says, write and solve a problem involving money that can be solved with a multiplication equation. So an example would be, I like to use money with like earnings. So what I could do here would be something like, you can make some money. You earned, and I'm just going to make up a number like 168. You made $168 over, I don't know, how about 6 weeks of babysitting? And then the question would be, how much money did you make per week? Did you earn per week? And then what would the problem be? The problem would be, well, you worked for 6 weeks, and you earned money each week, and it has a total of 168. And so then how would you solve that? You would divide by 6. And so 168 divided by 6. 6 goes into 16 twice. 6 times 2 is 12. 16 minus 12 is 4. 6 goes into 48 8 times. 8 times 6 is 48. The answer is 0, my bad. The answer is $28 per week. Now, one thing that you're going to do, if you want to change your, if you want to go with what I just did, that's fine. You can share my answer with me. If you want to make up your own, one thing you need to do is when you choose your numbers, when I chose 168 and 6, I knew that those would be compatible. If you choose a number that's not divisible by 6, you're going to end up with a decimal or a fraction, which is fine, but you just need to be prepared for that. Okay, good job. You're now done with page 317. You can move on to page 318.